Welcome to Dear Doctor. Today we have with us Dr. P. Satish Chandra. He was a former director of NIMHANS and currently he is a senior consultant neurologist at Apollo Hospitals in Bengaluru. Dr. Chandra will share his insights on ways to keep your brain healthy during COVID times. He'll also speak about some common neurological problems. Over to Dr. Chandra.
Now in the difficult time when there is COVID-19 pandemic all over the world. Patients are finding difficult to enter the hospital or consult physically their consultants. Being a neurologist, I come across many neurological disorders where the patients have difficulty to approach the neurologist and come to the hospital. Among these neurological disorders, the most important are stroke or cerebrovascular accident, epilepsy, dementia, or Parkinson's disease, and we can discuss something about the technological aspects. So, coming to the stroke, what is the stroke and how do we prevent it? The stroke is an acute episode which occurs usually to the blockage in the circulation to the brain, or it is due to the hemorrhage which occurs inside the brain. And because when it occurs acutely, we need to think about what should be done at that time when a patient gets the symptom. The first and the foremost things is the patient should identify that it is a stroke, which is based on certain symptoms like weakness of the limb or difficulty in speaking, or the patient may have deviation of the face. Immediately, if such a thing happens, please go to the doctor. And when he goes to the doctor in an emergency, within about 3.5 hours, the patient should reach the emergency setup. It to a bigger hospital where stroke care is available, because that is known as a golden hour. The golden period is one which is within the 4.5 hours, of which if the patient reaches the hospital within 3.5 hours, we will be able to administer the drugs so that this clot or the block can be lysed, can be completely be removed, and then we can treat these patients. If it crosses 4.5 hours, then we may have to literally remove that by mechanical way, and that is little more difficult. Hence, my advice would be to reach the hospital where the stroke care is available immediately, as soon as possible, within 3 to 3.5 hours, so that within 4.5 hours we can immediately attend to the patient and help the patient, which helps in the recovery. Always the questions are asked, is it possible to prevent the stroke? Yes, the stroke is a preventable disorder. One need to treat the risk factors. We have to identify the risk factors. The common risk factors are hypertension, that is the blood pressure, sugar, high sugar, which is diabetes, or dyslipidemia, that is the cholesterol content goes up in the blood, or sometimes a heart problem if there are any heart diseases, or if the patient is smoking or taking alcohol. These are considered as the common risk factors for the stroke. So advice would be that these patients should take care of it. So always when a patient reaches the age of 40 years, take care of your blood pressure, blood sugar, dyslipidemia, heart problems, as well as advised to stop smoking and alcohol. That prevents majority of the stroke, and we can take care of the patient with the stroke. That is the very important. So the points to remember are that the patient should come to the hospital within 3 hours, so that within 4.5 hours we can treat these patients very effectively. Epilepsy is a common neurological disorder after headache, and it affects about 6 to 8 per thousand population. Approximately about 1% of the population at any given time may have epilepsy. So in a country like ours with 1.4 billion population, about 1 million to 8 million people may be suffering from epilepsy. This epilepsy are of different types. It can occur from birth till death, Anybody can be affected. Even a very important people in the history have suffered from epilepsy. We can think in terms of the people like Aristotle or the famous painter Van Gogh. They all suffered from epilepsy. So it can affect anybody. But what is important is it is a preventable disorder and it is eminently treatable disorder. How can you now treat these disorders? Any patient coming with epilepsy should consult, has epilepsy, should consult the doctor, and the doctor will identify the seizure. For identifying the seizure, one need to know what exactly happened during the seizure. And that is the reason a person coming seeing the epilepsy should accompany the patient, or if preferably could record in their mobile phone what exactly happened during that attack. If such an attack is recorded and brought to the doctor could see that and make a diagnosis. Because it is very difficult to see the patient when a patient gets an attack. Very rarely a doctor could see. And if the patient's attendant has recorded on a mobile phone video, it is very simple and one can run this video and make a proper diagnosis. When we make a proper diagnosis, then those patients could be treated with medical management. Most of the patients, about 70 or 75% of the patients, could be easily be treated with an anticonvulsant drug. But the point to be remembered are these anticonvulsants have to be continued for a minimum of 2 to 3 years and not to miss even a single day. And these patients should sleep well, minimum of 7 hours in the night. And then they should not starve and they should take the food at a proper time. These are the important preventable factors. We also say that the stress should be avoided. The common question asked are what are the common causes for epilepsy? There are many causes, but most common cause is known as idiopathic. That means cause not known. We do not know the cause because in the brain there are billions of nerve cells. However, the damage occurs to one nerve cell, it can produce seizure. And it is extremely difficult to identify that one nerve cell to whatever the technology we have today. And hence, we say that as idiopathic epilepsy. But other causes includes some metabolic disturbances like low blood sugar, low sodium, or it could be due to low calcium, sometimes due to infection due to tapeworm, which can cause because of the eating unhygienic food on the roadside. For example, when the tapeworm can enter the body and then it can goes through in the blood and lodges in the brain and that can produce a lesion which is known as cysticercosis, and that is one of the common cause for seizures or epilepsy in humans. That should be prevented and it can be prevented easily by using hygienic food, which is extremely important, and not to use unhygienic roadside food. And the other common cause is a trauma, that is head injury, which is a preventable disorder. That is the reason we always suggest that the people should wear helmets and protect themselves by preventing the injury to the head while driving a two-wheeler or using a belt when we are driving the car, which is extremely important. Other causes are brain infections like TB, or it could be due to the brain tumors. These are rare causes, and we treat with a medical treatment. In 75% of the people, they can be treated like eminently treatable. It is like diabetes and hypertension. Patients should take the treatment regularly so that we can follow them up. In a COVID period, these patients can contact their consultants through the teleconsultation, and very easily they can be followed. So my suggestion for the people is with epilepsy, they need not come to the hospital. They can have a video consultation with their consultant. Thereby, they can be given proper treatment and can be effectively managed. That is very, very important. And lifestyle changes like sleeping 7 hours in the night, taking food properly, and also avoiding the stress always minimize epilepsy in the patients. Epilepsy.